I removed my mask because I got a very great temptation to eat it. Smelling of cinnamon and
everyone from Nicosia. If you are wondering what I'm doing in the middle of Sicily, actually I confess that it's because of him. My friend Francesco La Greca, president of Confturismo Ravenna, and thanks to him we will find out what was defined and awarded as the best cannolo of Sicily. Here I am with the king of Sicilian pastry, the cannolo, known and exported all over the world. Let's go inside a pastry shop and I will show you step by step the realization of delicious cannoli, such as those made by the pastry shop behind me, defined and awarded as the best cannoli of Sicily by the Italian magazine Scatti di Gusto. Let's go! We are finally inside the laboratory and we will see the preparation of the cannoli. We have here inside the two great pastry chefs, Santo and Andrea, and all the ingredients have been prepared on the work table. We have flour, lard, red wine, some drops of grappa, sugar and an egg. Let's go! We have not any certain testimonies of the origins of cannoli, but perhaps we can think that it already exists in the 1st century before Christ in a typical Sicilian ancient version. The cannolo appeared once again during the Arab domination in the 9th century with a stuffing realized by ricotta cheese, honey and almonds made by the women on the harems of the city of Caltanissetta. With the end of the Arab rule in Sicily, beginning of the Norman domination, many of those women converted to Christian faith, retired to the monasteries, and the recipe of Arab cannoli passed to the nuns, who began to produce them, changing only the one ingredient, the sugar instead of honey. All the ingredients will be mixed to get the dough for the test. We put flour, some drop of red wine, some drop of grappa, sugar and egg, and all the dough will be kneaded by hand of Santo. That's a pity that during the kneading of this dough you cannot smell the wonderful fragrance of this dough, the smell of a very good local red wine. That's fine, the dough is ready to be rolled with a rolling pin. And now we make some discs from the dough. Once the discs of dough are created, they will be rolled up into small river reed tubes. And maybe from the name of the river reed tubes derives the name of cannolo. Tubes in Italian is canna. And in traditional laboratory like this one, we use river reed tubes, but in modern ones, metal tubes are used. We use the egg white to color the two parts of the dough so that they do not come off during frying. And now let's proceed with the ricotta. The ricotta comes in small wooden baskets called fascette from the wooden beds with which it's realized, and then combined to the sugar to realize a smoothing cream. This cream will be sieved with this tool to make it smoother. We are ready to fry the cannoli with very hot oil or lard. And when a part of the zest is fried, we can remove the tubes and turn to fry the remaining part. And now the zests are ready, and we call it zest, like scorcia, like the peel of the fruit, because the real name of the cannolo biscuit is scorcia. I would like to point out the difference between the two different types of cannoli. Both were made by this laboratory from Santo and Andrea, but they have different thickness. This is a little thinner and has more bubbles, and thin is a little thicker. The thicker one is used when the ricotta must stay longer inside the cannolo, so that the ricotta absorbing it inside the zest does not compromise the crunch effect. In Nicosia, you never find a pastry shop serving you a cannolo already stuffed. And by the way, a great advice: the cannolo has to be stuffed just in a moment before you have to eat it. And now, when the cannolo zest is ready, we fill it with the ricotta cream. And inside the cannolo will be filled completely with ricotta. The cannolo is ready to be eaten. We can have it this way, simply stuffed with ricotta inside, or sprinkling it with cinnamon powder, or adding drops of chocolate and white sugar. We're crossing a Norman bridge dating 11th century.